Ever wondered why vulnerability often feels like a weakness, yet it's the key to authentic connection? We live in a world that in many ways has conditioned us to view vulnerability as a negative trait. It's as if we've been trained to see our vulnerabilities as cracks in our armor, something to be hidden away, patched up and never spoken of. This is a societal norm that we have come to accept, where showing any sign of perceived weakness is seen as a failure. Picture this. We mask our true selves, carefully curating the version of us that we present to the world. We strive to appear flawless, unbroken, invincible even, believing that this is the path to acceptance and love. Yet in doing so, we create a barrier that prevents us from forming genuine connections. This is because, in hiding our vulnerabilities, we isolate ourselves. We build walls around our hearts and minds, not allowing others to see us for who we truly are. It's a lonely place to be, trapped behind a facade, longing for authenticity, for real connection. But what if we've got it all wrong? What if our vulnerabilities aren't cracks in our armor, but rather they are the keys to unlocking deeper, more meaningful relationships? Imagine if we saw vulnerability not as a weakness, but as a strength. Vulnerability is the courage to show up and be seen, warts and all. It's the bravery to let down our guard, to reveal our true selves in the hope of forming authentic connections. It's about embracing our imperfections, our fears, our failures, and saying, "This is me, this is who I am." Embracing vulnerability can be transformative. It allows us to connect on a deeper level, to empathize with others, and to build relationships based on authenticity and trust. It invites others to do the same, fostering an environment where authenticity is celebrated and real connection thrives. So let's challenge the status quo. Let's redefine vulnerability, not as a weakness, but as a testament to our strength and courage. Vulnerability, contrary to what many believe, is not a sign of weakness but a testament of courage. Imagine wearing a mask every day, one that hides your true self. How exhausting would that be? Let's explore the tale of a person. Let's call them Alex. Every morning, instead of reaching for a toothbrush, Alex reaches for a mask. A mask that conceals their vulnerabilities, their fears, their insecurities. This mask is not physical, but it's as real as the air we breathe. It's meticulously crafted, painted with the colors of confidence, strength, and perfection. Alex wears this mask all day, every day, from the boardroom to the dinner table. The mask is their shield, their armor against judgment and criticism. It's their way of presenting an image of who they think they should be, not who they are. But here's the thing about masks. They're heavy. They're uncomfortable, and they're oh so tiring to wear. Over time, this constant act of disguise takes a toll on Alex. They start feeling disconnected, isolated, even in crowded rooms. They yearn for authentic connections, but find none. The mask, you see, doesn't just hide Alex's vulnerabilities, it hides Alex, the real, raw and beautiful Alex. And in doing so, it creates a barrier, a wall that prevents others from truly knowing them. People interact with the mask, not Alex. They laugh with the mask, not Alex. They connect with the mask, not Alex. And so, Alex's relationships, much like a house of cards, lack the sturdy foundation of authenticity, of vulnerability. They are relationships built on an illusion that crumbles at the slightest touch of reality. The mask, although a masterful piece of art, is a silent destroyer. It stealthily eats away at Alex's spirit, their joy, their sense of self. It muffles their voice, their laughter, their tears. It disconnects them from their own heart and from the hearts of others. It leaves them standing in a crowd, yet feeling utterly alone. The mask, although it may provide temporary comfort, ultimately deprives us of genuine connections. What if you knew a framework for cultivating authentic connections? Would you dare to try it? Let us delve into the intricacies of 4 core components that form the basis of this framework: openness, acceptance, empathy, and reciprocity. First, we have openness. Openness is the willingness to share, to express, and to reveal oneself. It's about being genuine, being true to who you are, and not being afraid to show that to the world. It's the courage to let down your guard, to be seen in your raw and unfiltered self. Openness is the first step towards authenticity. It's the key that unlocks the door to genuine connections. Next, there's acceptance. Acceptance is the acknowledgement of our own and others' uniqueness. It's about embracing the differences, the quirks, the imperfections. It's understanding that everyone has their own journey, their own story. Acceptance is not about changing someone, but rather appreciating them for who they truly are. It's the warm embrace that says, I see you, I appreciate you, and you are enough just as you are. Then we have empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about stepping into someone else's shoes, seeing the world from their perspective. Empathy is not about fixing someone's problems, but about being there, listening and understanding. It's the bridge that connects hearts and minds. Lastly, reciprocity. Reciprocity is about mutual exchange. It's about giving and receiving, sharing and accepting. It's about being there for each other, not out of obligation, but out of genuine care and respect. Reciprocity is the glue that binds authentic connections, making them strong and enduring. Each of these components, when put together, forms a powerful framework for cultivating authentic connections. They are not separate entities, but rather interwoven threads that together create a beautiful tapestry of genuine relationships. This framework, simple as it may seem, is a powerful tool in building connections that resonate with truth and sincerity. How does one embrace vulnerability and shed the mask? First, it begins with a journey inward, a voyage into the depths of self-awareness. This is not a mere glance in the mirror, it's an exploration of our inner landscapes, our fears, dreams, and everything in between. It's about examining our past, our triumphs and failures, our joy and anguish, understanding how these experiences have shaped us. This introspection is the first step towards unmasking our true selves. Next, we must cultivate self-acceptance. It's about loving ourselves, not in spite of our flaws, but because of them. It's about recognizing that our imperfections don't make us less, they make us human. It's about owning our stories, our struggles, our mistakes, and viewing them not as disqualifications but as evidence of our strength and resilience. Self-acceptance is the act of embracing our whole selves, the light and the dark, the beautiful and the broken. Then we must find the courage to express our feelings, our fears, our dreams, and our insecurities. It's about tearing down the walls we've built around ourselves, allowing our true selves to be seen and heard. It's about speaking our truth, even when our voice shakes, even when our hearts pound with fear. It's about understanding that our emotions are not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our humanity. Finally, we must be willing to face potential rejection or judgment. This is perhaps the most challenging step, but also the most liberating. It's about understanding that not everyone will accept or understand us, and that's okay. It's about standing in our truth, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's painful. It's about realizing that the opinions of others do not define us, that we are not less because someone fails to see our worth. These steps, while challenging, can lead to a more authentic existence, to deeper connections with others. They allow us to show up in the world as we truly are, without pretense, without a mask. Embracing vulnerability is like stepping into the sunlight, raw and unfiltered. It's terrifying yet liberating. What does a world look like when we all embrace vulnerability and cultivate authentic connections? Imagine a society where the currency is authenticity, where interactions are not marked by superficiality, but by genuine connection. It's a world where we value the sincerity of heart-to-heart conversations over the gloss of picture-perfect social media posts. In such a world, empathy becomes the cornerstone of our interactions. We begin to see beyond the facades, to understand the stories behind the smiles and the tears. We learn to appreciate the courage it takes to reveal our true selves, to be vulnerable. This deep-seated understanding fosters a level of empathy that transcends the boundaries of our individual experiences, creating a tapestry of shared human emotions. This is not a utopian dream, it is a potential reality within our reach. The first step towards this world is to recognize the power of vulnerability, to realize that it is not a sign of weakness but a testament to our strength. It is about honoring our authentic selves and encouraging others to do the same. And when we do, we start to see the transformative power of authentic connection. We begin to realize that our individual stories, no matter how diverse, are threads in the larger human narrative. We start to see the beauty in our shared experiences, the unity in our diversity. In this world, understanding and unity become more than just ideals. They become the pillars of our society. We move beyond the confines of our individual selves and start to see the world through the lens of we rather than I. We become more attuned to the struggles and triumphs of others, and our capacity for empathy and compassion grows. So, let's dare to be vulnerable. Let's strive for authenticity in our interactions. Let's cultivate a world where connections are rooted in truth and sincerity. For, in a world where authentic connections are the norm, we become more than just individuals, we become a community. Hello everyone, we need your support. If you've been touched by this message, if you believe in the power of vulnerability and the beauty of authentic connections, then we need you to help us spread this message. Start by giving this video a thumbs up. This simple act helps us reach more people just like you who are yearning for a deeper, more meaningful connection in their lives. Sharing is caring, so don't forget to share this video with your friends, family, and even your colleagues. Let's start a conversation about authenticity and vulnerability. Let's make the world a place where every connection is an authentic one. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. By supporting us, you're not just supporting a channel, you're supporting a movement. A movement towards a society where vulnerability is celebrated, authenticity is encouraged, and every connection is a testament to our shared humanity. Your support means the world to us and will help us reach a wider audience. We are more than just individuals. Together, we are a community. And every single one of you is a vital part of this community. So let's make a difference, one connection at a time. Thank you for your support.